Hey guys, Paul here with Starseed Paranormal. I'm doing a quick video introduction to this particular session, Alien Voices 3. And I would encourage you to listen to the entire intro. I'm going to try to keep it as brief as possible. But I feel what I'm going to say here is important. First and foremost, um, this particular session, the first two sessions seemed very positive, very light, but this particular video, this particular session, it went sideways very quickly. I want to put out a bit of a warning on the video and here in the intro that it is kind of, I want to say, dark and vulgar and explicit in parts, not from me, but from the voices coming through during the session. Now, some of you may remember about a year ago, I was having some issues with a spirit by the name of Edward. That every time I would do a session, that's all you would hear was Edward, 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 and there was all kind of swearing and profanity and lewdness. And it seems that during these sessions, the Alien Voices sessions, I was not communicating with, any kind of extraterrestrial entities. I mean, not in these particular sessions anyway. It does seem that the Edward gang was trying to make a bit of a comeback, and this got very nasty very quickly. Kind of a spoiler alert. It was just filled with so much lewdness and threats and nastiness. I was about to trash the whole thing. I wasn't going to post the video. I thought this isn't even worth posting. It's just nasty. Um, but I took a little break and I was talking to my wife, and then I went back to, excuse me, tagging the words. And interestingly enough, it seems like my my guardian and angel Sarah shows up toward the end, and everything changes very quickly. Suddenly, there's like a dialogue between them, not directed at me anymore, where these entities, these beings from the Edward group, whoever he is, they're apologizing. They're saying they're going to leave me alone. I mean nothing to them. They're saying we're Catholic. Um, they're asking Sarah to please release them and let them go, whatever that means. So something happened there, and it sounded like there was some definite uh, panic and fear on their end, which is interesting because right in the beginning of the session, when they start coming through, they say we're going to throw Sarah out, or we're going to throw Sarah out of here, like they plan to like overpower her. And then when she shows up, it seems like it's quite a different story. Thank goodness, you know. So I'm very grateful to my angels and guides for their help, their guidance, for watching over me. Very grateful to Sarah for showing up because I had no idea this was going on. I'm just happily doing the session, asking my questions. I'm not hearing in real time these nasty answers that are coming through. I had no idea about the drama that was going on around me. So thank God for our angels and our guides and those who watch over us. That's why it's so important to protect ourselves with some kind of prayer of protection before we ever do any kind of session, um, because we don't know. We don't know. In my time of doing this, I've noticed that if we go out in the field and we ask to speak with spirits of the deceased, well, they say they're spirits of the deceased. If we ask to speak with angels, they say they're angels. If we ask to speak with something else, well, they say there's something else. I'm not saying that all all spirits we connect with are, deceptive, because I do feel that I've made contact with, real spirits of the deceased, real angels, and real celestial intelligences. But I also know that there are negative entities out there, very nasty ones, who will lie, and they will tell you anything, just to trick you, just to deceive you, or sometimes hurt you. And it's a well-known uh, rule in the paranormal communities. At least it was once upon a time, and also in a lot of spiritist communities and spiritualist communities, that you don't believe everything the spirits tell you. And I see a lot of people using the spirits like divination, when we ask them about the future and, all this type of thing. And sometimes we get very interesting answers, but we still have to be cautious. And, and I think when we encounter certain spirits, we start to become a little privy to who it is we might be talking to. Is this a real angel, or is it an imposter? Is this a real deceased soul, or is it an imposter, something or someone else? And with these whole alien voices sessions, I felt like, wow, this is really cool. Listen to what's coming through. And it is impressive, as I always say, whether it's, an imposter or not, to get that many direct answers, just shows that there's something out there, proof of a spirit world. Um, but I still felt there was something in me that was cautious. And I kept asking my questions. You'll hear in this one about safety if I were to meet these beings, questioning about their appearance, their intentions. Am I safe? I'm coming in peace. Are you? I felt like the shoe was going to drop, and apparently I was right. Uh, Bad people and bad spirits can only hold themselves together for so long before their true nature comes out. So always remember that. That's why it's important to not jump right into things right away. And I said a ways back when my channel, I named it the Angel Scrolls for a short period of time, because I said I felt like the angels had hijacked my sessions, that they were kind of dictating, through intuition and just, I don't know, deep knowing and feeling, where I should do a session, how I should do a session, what tools I should use. And that's still happening. I went out on a little bit of a side trip with this particular Alien Voices series, and look what happened. Not that it can't happen, because, bad spirits will try to infiltrate our sessions many times. They're around, and that's what they do. Um, but it's certainly kind of made me rethink that, hey, listen to those intuitions, listen to what the angels are saying, that direction in this work that I'm doing. And I'm still feeling compelled that, of course, I'll go to cemeteries and, do the paranormal work and that sort of thing. But I think for the most part, I want to connect with angels and high celestial beings from the light. The world is in a bad place right now. And, I think there's more. There's more evil in the world, more evil in society, and it's drawing more evil spirits, evil entities, evil beings, dark beings to our world. The evil, the darkness is not hiding under a rock anymore. It's everywhere. The way people are acting, the way they're treating one another, these entities that are coming through, and I'm not the only one. This is a phenomenon that certain paranormal researchers are encountering. And the funny thing is, when you hear and encounter these dark entities, you notice how much people that are acting out and being evil and cruel and divisive and mean mimic and sound just like these spirits, these dark spirits. And I'm going to be doing a paranormal talk about that. I think I'm going to call it, internet trolls and evil spirits, because my God, I just realized how much they sound alike. The same attitude, the same rhetoric, the same just flippant. It's so funny, what I'm saying to try to insult you or bring you down. And I'm saying the most lewd and awful things, and sometimes, speaking the name of God or the name of Christ while you're doing it. I mean, it's it's mind-boggling. So I think that there are a lot of evil, dark entities infiltrating our world right now, and I think that's why I've been feeling that pull from the angels in my life, saying, "Hey, do it this way. Hey, do it as we guide you to do it. Don't step out there beyond the you know the perimeters of our protection, because this is what you're going to get." So lesson learned. I'm listening to them through my intuition, inner guidance, just how I feel that you know I've been connected with the angels for a lot of years, so I'm quite familiar with their energy, how it feels to me, how they direct me. I know when they're talking, leading, guiding for the most part. And I'm going to be listening to that while I do this ITC work. And I would suggest anybody who does this kind of work, uh, listen to your angels and guides, call them in, pray for protection, uh, do something to protect yourself before you do any of this kind of work, because there's a lot of dark out there right now, and I know a lot of paranormal researchers and people that do ITC work that have been attacked. They're getting these negative responses. Some were attacked so bad they've given up and they're just not even going to do it anymore. Um, Falling into depression, streaks of bad luck. Um, so something is going on out there. Protect yourselves, please. I'm just not whistling Dixie here or trying to spread fear. Something is going on. They are definitely influencing our world in a way we've never seen before. And it stands to reason, if we're putting out a beacon like this, calling in spirits, we better be sure who we're calling in, because they'll take the information, or they'll take the invitation, and they will try to bring their darkness into our lives, which we don't want. So I'm focusing on angels and high celestial entities. I'm sticking to the guidance of my angels, my guides. I think that's the best thing for me to do, and that's something that's been happening for a while. Like I said, the angels have kind of infiltrated my ITC work, and in a good way, and I welcome them, and I'm grateful for that. And again, grateful for Sarah for stepping in when I didn't even know what the hell was going on behind the scenes in this session, and kind of cleaning house and putting these dark entities in their place. So again, thank you, angels. Thank you, Sarah. I'm so grateful for your protection and your help and your guidance. So with that being said, here's the session again. Disclaimer: this one's pretty nasty and vulgar in spots, so please remember that these are bad hombres, but sounds like they kind of get their comeuppance in the end. So give it a listen. Comment down below. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you in the next upload. Love and light. All right, I'm about to start the session. I have all three sound banks on tonight on the Spain Paranormal ITC Box 2 app. Usually I just go with Box A and C, which is the English language and Spanish, chopped up into bits and reversed. But tonight I'm also turning on Box B, which I think is, if I remember correctly, it is ancient Sumerian chopped up into bits and reversed. So I'm going to be using all three sound banks tonight on the app. I'm curious as to what's going to come through here tonight, because while I was meditating and sending out the intention for contact, for communication tonight, it felt like someone blew in my ear, and then there were like cobwebs that went over my head. So I'm very curious to see if that meant anything and what the communication will or will not be this evening. So let me begin by saying, Luna and the Sirian people, are you here tonight, my friends? Can we communicate tonight? We spoke last week about potential contact meeting face to face. Is that still something that you are open to and would like to do? If you're still open to having face to face contact, I was thinking about doing this next week, next Saturday. Would that be a convenient time for you to be able to do this a week from tomorrow? So again, I would like to ask, if we were to do this a week from tomorrow, I would be coming in peace with love, meaning no harm. I will not have any weapons on my person, nothing that could be used to attack or hurt anyone. And I would hope that you would do the same. Will this be a safe contact for me? And once again, I would like to ask about your appearance. You said last time that you were ethereal, that you were very bright like the sun, that you would dim your light. Could you tell me a little bit more about your appearance, what you look like? Since I'm going to be out here by myself in the middle of a dark parking lot, let me ask once again, and bear with me with this. Will I find your appearance startling in any way? Will it invoke any kind of fear response when I see you? And please be honest about that. I'm just trying to prepare. Humans can be a little bit skittish when something is too different. I warm up to a lot of things very quickly, but I just like to kind of have an idea, because if this happens, I want it to go well for both of us. So would I find your appearance startling? And if so, why or why not? Could you please tell me that? I would also like to ask, if this face-to-face meeting takes place, who would I be meeting in this parking lot? Would it just be Luna? Would it be Luna and others, or someone else? Who would it be, and could you tell me how many? Now, I know I've asked a lot of questions about myself, but now let me ask about you. If we actually have a face-to-face meeting a week from tomorrow, is there anything I should do or could do that would make you feel more safe, confident, um, just peaceful, and more comfortable with this meeting? Is there anything you would want me to do, or anything I should do to respect your culture, your nature, your beliefs, something that makes you feel more safe in my presence? Is there anything I need to do for you? And if I were to see you face to face, would you be opposed to me at some point filming you on camera? Or would that be something you would be uncomfortable with or prefer that I not do? Either way is fine. I will respect your wishes. I'm not expecting anything, but it would be interesting if I could film you and show you to the people that watch my videos on YouTube, show the world, hey, we're definitely not alone. Everybody's waiting for what we call disclosure of some type. Um, if I could be a part of that in some way, that would be great. If not, that's okay too. But What do you think of the idea of me actually filming you on camera if we do meet? Also, in some CE5 protocols, people do bring like food and drink to offer their guests from the stars, from the cosmos. Would you like me to bring any kind of food and drink, maybe water, some cookies, anything like that, to offer you if you show up? Would that be something you would like me to do? So again, is there anything else you would need me to do that would make you feel more comfortable, more welcomed, more at ease? Anything at all you need me to do? Excuse me. For myself, upon first meeting, I would prefer, if this is okay with all of you, if this actually happens, I would prefer at first a safe distance, maybe just one of you, not a whole group. Just speaking very calmly, very reassuringly to one another, just getting to know one another, beginning to build friendship and trust, knowing that we're all safe, no one means anyone harm, just like a human being here on planet Earth would form a relationship or a friendship with anybody just by communicating, getting to know one another, doing so in a safe environment, keeping things very calm, very low key. Does that sound reasonable to you? And last but not least, I would like to ask a question that's off the topic of our potential meeting and ask you about this object they call 3-eye atlas. Could you tell me, please, is it just a comet, a rock, or is it something else? And is it going to have some surprises for planet Earth when it passes by this December 19th, closest to our planet? What can you tell me about 3-eye atlas? So, in closing, should I be here a week from tomorrow in this parking lot between, I'm going to say, 8 and 9 p.m. at night for a possible face-to-face meeting? Should I be here for that at that time? Are you ready? Just closing that down for a second. That was me whistling. There is a ginormous skunk in the parking lot. I just had to roll down the window and whistle at him. Anyway, yeah, he's awesome. But anyway, let me ask that question again to Luna and the Sirian people. Should I be here a week from tomorrow in this parking lot, hopefully without the skunk, for a potential face-to-face meeting. Is that something you're open to? Do you want me to be here for that meeting next Saturday, a week from tomorrow? So again, just triple checking. Should I be here a week from tomorrow for our potential meeting? Are you ready and open for that? All right, I'm going to close this session out now. I thank Luna and the Sirian people for communicating with me tonight. If you left any words or messages, it is always greatly appreciated. If you gave the okay, I will be here a week from tomorrow, and hopefully in this parking lot. If all goes well, it's meant to be, and there's any reality to all of this, hopefully we can see each other face to face. But before I go, let me ask one more question. When I was sending out the intention earlier for you to come, I felt like someone blew on and in my ear, and then there was like a cobweb feeling over the top of my head. Was that you? Did you say it was Luna? Luna, were you sitting here next to me again tonight like you always are? Present but invisible? Can you touch my hand if I hold it out? Well, I thank you again if you communicated tonight. Luna and the Syrian people, always an honor, always a pleasure. I'm greatly honored when you speak to me or any being speak to me through ITC. Um, it's always greatly appreciated. I don't take these things for granted at all. So thank you very much, and thank all of you for watching from home. I'll be listening to this footage and then seeing next week if I return here and if there is, in fact, some kind of contact. Stay tuned.